Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video, doing JMA Friday for today's second video. So as always on a Friday, we're having a look at the weather for the month ahead with Japanese and CFS meteor models. I shall get to that for you in a moment. Just to say that first video release day was our 6 AM UK weather forecast. And we've got a 10 to 14 day coming up this afternoon, and then this evening we'll have the ECM WF42 day forecast for the UK and Ireland. So check out those two vids if you'd like to do that. Like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos and content. And thank you so much everybody for doing that. Thank you so much everyone. Right, let's start off with week 1 500 millibar height anomaly, taking us from the 26th of July through to the 2nd of August, starting today. So, we've got this from a JMA from the Arctic and the North Pole view down, of course. So, that's the North Pole just there, wider Arctic Circle around there, and then the mid-latitudes through there. You get the idea. So, blue is extrapolating to below average heights, which is low pressure. Yellow, orange, and red to above average heights, which is high pressure. I say, to break it down into week periods, the first week period takes us from the 26th of July through to the 2nd of August. Next week has high pressure sitting over and to the south of the country, and low pressure will be away to the north, and that brings in a flat westerly flow. So, looking mostly dry in the south, a little bit more unsettled up in the north, and temperature should be relatively mild for the south, and quite warm for the south, perhaps a little bit cooler though up in the north. Week 2 will be the 2nd to the 9th of August. This week looking a little bit unsettled with low pressure between Scotland and Iceland, and bring in a westerly flow from off the Atlantic. So that looks like a relatively showery, quite coolish start to August. However, things change to weeks 3 and 4, gets us from the night 23rd of August as high pressure takes over across Scandinavia and pulls the wind potentially around to an east or a southeasterly direction. That could become very warm with those east-southeasterlies, and drier as well, as the high pressure kind of blocks off the Atlantic. It's a 2-weekly anomaly, so it might be transitional, might still be a little bit on the showery side week 3, for example, and then high pressure takes over big time week 4, something like that could be going on there. But overall, the trend, I think, is towards higher pressure and warmer, dry conditions as we go into August. This is tropical and mid-latitude view, so we can't see Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, all those areas off the chart up here. But we're in the top right-hand corner of the chart as you're looking at it. So a reminder of the week 1 500 millibar height anomaly from the 26th of August, 26th of July, 2nd of August, I should say, with low pressure away to the north, high pressure down to south, and winds coming in from a flat westerly direction. So it means the temperature anomaly in the next week is about average, a little bit below just to our south, a little bit above perhaps just to the north, although you can't really make that out very clearly. No, it's kind of averaged a bit on the coolest side, I suppose, for the first week. And it's largely drier as well, so no issues with temperatures or precipitation, really, near normal for both temperature and rainfall. Week 2 will be the 2nd to the 9th of August, with low pressure again between Scotland and Iceland, and winds coming in from a flat westerly direction. Temperature anomaly again remains about average, not a big deviation, perhaps a little bit above, but not particularly exciting from a temperature perspective, and it's a bit wetter than average for Scotland and Ireland, and a little bit drier than average for England and Wales there. So despite, low pressure actually being the dominating factor for a week from the 2nd to the 9th of August, to be honest, it is still looking relatively dry. And then weeks 3 and 4, we've got to come over to this side of the chart. So you see that yellow edge just there, that's the high pressure extending up towards Scandinavia. So if you envisage Scandinavia, will be here. And that means that we bring in potentially that east or southeasterly flow. Temperature anomalies are still above average, still predicted to be above average, or slightly above average. Most of Europe in those yellow colours, though, so much of Europe looking warmer there. And as far as precipitation goes, it's another dry week as well. So we could be looking quite warm and dry for August here, to be honest, if the JMA is right today. But let's have a look at CFS, see how that compares. So again, these are 500 millibar height anomalies, and they're broken down into week periods. The first week period takes us from the 26th of July to the 1st of August. Next week has low pressure around Iceland and Greenland. High pressure is to our south-southwest, and winds are coming in from a westerly direction. So we've got agreement between the JMA and CFS today. Mostly dry in the south week 1, and more unsettled up in the north. What about week 2? Well, then we start to see the models changing a little bit, deviating. So CFS still has low pressure towards Greenland, Iceland, but still ridging in this high pressure from the Atlantic into West Europe. We keep wind in from a westerly direction, so it won't be a heat wave, but it should be there should be a lot of dry weather with that. And then week 3 will be the night to the 15th of August. And high pressure again centred over and just to the west of the country should bring lots of mostly dry, fine conditions. Finally, week 4 is the 16th, 22nd of August. High pressure going up towards Scandinavia then. Like where the JMA is showing it for weeks 3 and 4, with winds coming in from an easterly direction. That could be a very warm week with those easterly winds. What about temperature anomalies? Well, week 1 is the 26th of July to the 1st of August. So, sorry everyone. So, a little bit cooler than average to the north of the UK and Ireland, and a little bit warmer than average to the south. So around France into the continent, looks quite hot through there. For us, we're kind of on the periphery of that, very close to pulling in this hot weather, these hot temperatures to the south. But for Scotland and Ireland, it actually looks a little bit cooler than normal. Week 2 is going to be the 2nd to the 8th of August. Again, north-south split, cooler than average to the north, warmer than average to the south. Week 3 will be the 9th to the 15th of August. Again, north-south split, cooler than average to the north, warmer than average down to the south. We're kind of in a no-man's land, really, between those two contrasting areas of temperature. And then week 4 will be the 16th, 22nd of August. That looks more widely warmer then. So that's when we get wind into the east, and that's quite a warm wind direction for August. So goes definitively above average then. Precipitation, lastly, for week 1, which is 26th of July, 1st of August, drier than average for Ireland and the UK. Week 2, 2nd to the 8th of August, also looking largely on the dry side, especially for Ireland, England, Wales. Week 3 will be the 9th to the 15th of August. That also comes out drier than normal. And finally, week 4 is the 16th, 22nd of August, rounding it all off. Weekly sales was we're 4 weeks away, but still looking largely on the drier side. So, an interesting update from the JMA today. It looks like we could be in for a warm and dry August. Now, who's summer forecast? Wait for that. I wonder. A lot of water to pass over the bridge show before we start, patting ourselves on the back. So let's just see what happens. Just a snapshot what these two models are showing, and they could look completely different when we look at them again for JMA Friday next week. Now, we're going to be back a little bit later on with 10 to 14 day, so that will include all of the red features. So, as I say, this evening around 7 p.m, we've got the ECM WF42 day forecast for the UK and Ireland. So you'll be able to see today, not going to wait for tomorrow morning, be able to see today what the ECM is showing and whether it's in agreement with the JMA and the CFS, and that's coming up, as I say, for you this evening. If you enjoyed the video, like, share and subscribe, and we'll be back with more very soon. For this one, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.